Hey, Lee here, and welcome to the pull list for June 5th, 2013, presented by LongboxRadio.com. Sorry, I'm just a little distracted here by this completely badass Swamp Thing action figure that was announced earlier today from DC Comics. Really looking forward to that, actually. It comes in December, so stay tuned. In the meantime, comic books. Ferris, this is number 16, coming to us from Vertigo Comics. Kind of been jumping around the plot. This particular book, all the same, really cool. The writing's been solid, art's great, covers are awesome as always. If you do like Fables, I've said it before and I'll say it again, you should be reading Ferris if you want to give some more money to that universe, which is also being made into a video game by Telltale Games, who brought us Walking Dead. So look forward to that. Number 21, Green Arrow. This is the end of the first story arc from Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. Really dug it. If you like the show and you've never picked up a Green Arrow comic book, check it out from number 19, which I think when he took over. Pretty good stuff and a lot of parallels to the show, actually. Some little, sly tie-ins I found. Swamp Thing, this is number 21, coming to us from Charles Soule, I guess, and Jesus Says. So there you go. Or Jesus Says, either way. That's Swamp Thing number 21, going through a lot of changes on this book as well. Still pretty good. It's not quite what Scott Snyder, was working, and Yannick Paquette were kind of doing on the book, but all the same, making it kind of quicker stories rather than what Scott Snyder did, which was like a 20-issue huge story arc. So liking it, big Swamp Thing fan, obviously, as you can tell from the beginning of the show there. Age of Ultron, moving over to Marvel now, nothing from Image this week for myself. Brian Michael Bendis brings us Wolverine versus Wolverine. We've all been waiting for it. If you've been reading the book, you know that there's some messed up stuff in the timeline right now, which is why this is able to happen. But really cool event, really digging it. I think I'm an issue behind on this, but I will be reading them both probably tonight. So there you go. Free digital code for that, so look for it after the show. Speaking of free digital codes, Avengers number 13 coming to us from Jonathan Hickman. Spencer's name's also on it. I'm assuming that's Nick Spencer. Diodato on art, and Martin's also on there. Great team, great book. I've said it week after week. Building up to the next Marvel event, which is Infinity, of course. Check it out. There's a free digital code. Check it out after the show if you happen to grab it. But everybody should be reading this book or New Avengers because they are both excellent. Speaking of Avengers, we have Avengers Arena coming to us from, I believe it is Dennis Hopeless. Really cool takes all the kind of side characters. If you like the Runaways, if you like Avengers Academy, they're all here kind of on a island a la... what the hell is it? Catching Fire, whatever the hell it is. This is our Battle Royale, I guess. So there you have it. Really digging it. Lots of side characters in there. It moves at a really good clip. I usually save them up for like a couple months and then read them all at once. Because of that, it's like a really good episode of Game of Thrones or something like that. Daredevil number 8 of 8. This is End of Days. It's from Brian Michael Bendis and David Mack. It is a mini-series, kind of alternate telling what-if kind of story. Really awesome cover there. I wouldn't mind that as a poster, actually. I believe they're all done by Alex Maleev, who knows his way around a Daredevil. Excellent stuff. I'm quite a few issues behind on this because I wanted to read it all at once. I kind of wanted to drop it after issue 2 and just get the trade. I didn't, just because I wanted all the covers, but now I will finally read it. Speaking of covers, I have a variant here. This is Adam Hughes' take of Kick-Ass 3, Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. I skipped out on Hit Girl. I picked up the first issue and then kind of dropped it, based on the fact that it was really Kick-Ass 1.5 and wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Here we have a much more mature-looking Hit Girl. I don't know if she's that old in the book quite yet. But there you go. Adam Hughes also managed to give her quite a flat chest. Usually, he'd think he'd do something because that's his kind of shtick. But he kept it humble. Spear of Spider-Man. This is number 11 from Slott and Gage. Really awesome book. Obviously, my feelings on it. I've talked about it week after week. Got some cool solicits for the covers of issue. I think it was 17 and 18 today, and that's featuring Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, fighting with Otto, Peter Parker, Spidey. Really looking forward to that. A lot of enemies I've been wanting to see get their comeuppance featured on covers coming up of Spear of Spider-Man. So we're looking forward to it. And as Dan Slott has said over and over again, it's serialized fiction. And a year from now, we're going to remember this as a really cool build-up to the return of Peter Parker. So enjoy it while you can. It's great. Dan Slott will do right by the fans, and just ride it. Don't leave that man alone on Twitter. So anyways, that is the pull list for this week. As far as the podcast goes, we'll see what we can do coming up in the coming days. Otherwise, you can get a bunch of comic talk on Panels of Awesome, which is the radio show that Mike does locally here, so you can check that out. Until then, happy reading. Look for those digital codes after the show, and we'll see you later.